Hello everyone and welcome to Blue Book Code. So today I am going to show you guys like some of the APIs that I have found while doing the work on AEM, and maybe like it maybe you can use these APIs or you can use these methods to do any kind of work whatever fits. So this video is going to be relatively a short video, no coding, just some tips that I have learned through these years while working on this AEM. So yeah, let's get started. So the first API I wanted to show you regarding the reference search API. I think like many of you have known this API. So what this API does is, let me open the Postman. So this reference search API, as the name suggests, is search the reference of anything, any path you want to put, and it will give you the reference of that path. Either it may be a experience fragment, either may be a content fragment, or maybe a set or any kind of things. Okay, so this is the API bin WCM references, and this is the like parameter that it is a GET request. You can put at a GET or POST request both as per you like. I will show you how this was implemented later on. The first, let's see how this API works. So as you can see, like I have put the path content dam v retail activities biking forest trail jpg, and I hit send. Obviously the basic auth will be there, and the admin user and password, and the parameters would be this. So if you see, it will come as this one: the pages, source paths, title, which workflow it belongs, everything it will show you. Okay, so if you want to cross check this one, so what we can do, we can just go to this page and we can basically check like how many references are there. Okay, so let me go to that page, sorry, the asset. Content feed retail EM activities. This one, then properties, references. If you see like 3 references, it shows content, CA equipment, content, reader language master, equipment, and equipment. Okay, so let me see what my API gave you the result. So the first path, it is showing about the package. Okay, let's leave that. Second path, it is showing the equipment. So we can, if you want to filter it out, like you want to see under the content path, you can just content and your project name, and it will be done. Okay, and the second is like content v retail language master CN equipment, and the third one is this one. Okay, so it is showing this workflow path because maybe like it is under a workflow, and we can see that also like where this specific things are there. So this is a very good API which you can use if you want to. So how this has been implemented, so let's go and check about that. Okay, so bin references WCM. So what I do, I will go to CRX server config, and basically I will check for the resolution. Okay, sling resolution. So sling and then resource resolver. Okay, oh sorry, not resource resolver, sling servlet resolver, because that is a servlet. So you just put this API, and it is a method of get, then resolve, then you will see like this specific class is this com.daseq reference search servlet in the bundle, this one 464, and the bundle ID is 464. So what we need to do is we need to go to the your crx d quick start, go to launchpad, then Felix, and then search for the bundle 464. So this one. Okay, so here this is the bundle jar, and now we have to decompile. So there is a very good website where you can directly decompile without installing a decompiler in your local machine. So what you need to do, like Java online decompiler, just search it. So it is not a HTTPS, so you have to maybe pass that unsafe check. Okay. Yep. So here you just need to drag and drop your jar, any kind of jar, it will decompile. These are the best tools. You can see that decompiler.com. Okay, and this is the jar. So this is the very good thing, like you can use this specific URL to send you to your friends or any colleagues who wants to see that specific API. Okay, you just decompile it, and or you can see send this URL. Okay, so we are going to we are reverse engineering this thing. So we are checking like where this servlet lies. comd CQ IMPL servlets. Okay, IMPL, then we'll go to servlets and reference search servlet. Yeah. So in this reference search servlet, you can see like this is the path type servlet. It is Sling servlet paths. So basically this is a path type servlet, and it gets both the values, like get or post. So either you want to do the post call, you can do this, or I am doing the get call and I am getting it. So it gives me all the results. So alternatively, like let's say like if you directly want to call it in your AEM class, so there is another way we can call the internal servlets. The problem is like it caught a critical severity in the sonar, so we don't use anymore. So what we supposed to do, we check like what is the actual method which is used in this specific servlet, so that we can use that specific thing to get our result. So in place of using this servlet, what we can do, we can see like where this search is happening and what is the method that Adobe has already written this code. So where they are writing that specific method to do those all kind of searches. Okay, so I can see here reference search, new reference search. So this is an class which is a reference search class, and it is making an object. We are making an object of this reference search class, and basically we are passing the max references page path, and basically we can see that we are passing the result set also, collection.info reference search resolver path and values. So basically, so I think like we can use this specific reference search, and let's see where is this reference search in here. So yeah, okay, so import comd CQ WCM commons reference search, so and reference search info. So these two classes you can note of. So these two imports you can use, and you can do the reference search of any kind of assets, experience fragments or anything. You don't have to call this API also. Okay, so this is for anyone who is implementing any kind of asset search or anything. So you can use this, and they want to do any kind of reference searching mechanism, then they can use this specific class. Okay, so yeah, so this is it, and let's go for the another API that I have found. So I will try to put this link in the description of my video. We'll see, like last time I was not able to, I just put the github @ name, so I didn't know like it will work this time or not. Okay, so the second part is like how you create workflow packages or instance programmatically. Okay, so there is one more API is called HTTP localhost etc workflow instances. Okay, so how this work, and this is a post API. Okay, I already have written this post method. So in instances.package, so basically I am using this package selector to create the workflow, to initiate the workflow first thing, to create the package out of that workflow, and we can set the workflow titles and everything. So this is a search path list where you can provide the multiple values of the path of the elements which you want, like either it will be a page or anything, any content type or assets you can put. So this is the package title that you want to have, and this is a workflow title. So let me put it blue book code title. Okay, blue book code blue workflow package. Okay, so I put the workflow title and package, and let's let's run the workflow activation workflow on this one, content v retail equipment. Okay, let's see what happens. So it is a post request, and also I have put the authorization of admin and body. Then we'll do send. So it shows the status 201 and created. So it means like our workflow has been created. So let's verify quickly. Yep. So approve content administrator, because we have put this authorization as admin, so that's why it is showing as an administrator, and this workflow title. So let's see if the package got created or not. Okay, so open and see the content path. It is showing that etc workflow package, bbc package. Okay, so this is the package that we created. Okay, content, oh sorry, not this one. We need to, okay, so I think I have opened it here, this package. So in this bbc package is this. So in this bbc package, what we are doing is, let me check like if we have that specific page or not. Resource you can see root content v retail ca equipment. So here you can you just call this API internally, and if you want to do a HTTP call, you can do that HTTP call, and you can create the workflow. Okay, and you can create the package out of it. So alternatively, if you don't want to call this API, so we will check for the servlet resolution of this thing, and we will see like what is basically hiding behind the scenes, and we can do that. Okay, so I understand that like we can't create a workflow package. Basically there is no method in the Adobe to create a workflow package. Correct me if I'm wrong, like if I don't know. As per my experience, I didn't know like any kind of service available which actually creates a workflow package programmatically. We either we can use this API to call it, and it will work very beautifully. Like it will not only will create the package, it will initiate that workflow also. So you can see that in the workflow instances, that workflow also got created. Okay, so today is 12. So activation 4, workflow data metadata API. Okay, not this one. Okay, this one, yeah, and payload etc bbc package. Okay, so this is the so still the workflow is running as I have not terminated it. So yep, so you can now we will see like what lies behind this specific API. Okay, so again we will go to the same Sling servlet resolver, because this is also a servlet, and now this should be a post request, then resolve. Then we will see the first one. We don't go for the below ones, because it is basically this is the major part of it, like post servlet. We don't want to look at that. We want to look at the first one, like instance servlet. So it is com Adobe Granite workflow servlet, and it is under 295. Okay, so what we will go, I am just doing I am going back. Okay, I don't want to again open it. So 295 295 295. Okay, will this one only, right? 295, am I not missed? Okay, so now 295, then we need to go console servlet instance workflow, console servlet instance servlet. Okay, console servlet, then instance servlet. Okay, so instance servlet, you can see CQ workflow component instance, it takes the value and post, you have to put the value post because it is like, that's why we have put it the value here post. It is a post request. And also I forgot to mention one thing in the body, like you should put here etc. Okay, as your workflow is saved under the configuration as well as in the var file, but you should put here the etc. Okay, let's say where will that work? Yes, it also will work. Okay, so anything it finds, because earlier we used to save the workflows there also, so yes, you can do that also. And yep, so here if you see, like these are the models, request parameter map, workflow sessions, it is getting the workflow sessions, and probably it is creating a workflow, new workflow data. See here it is new workflow session dot new workflow data payload param string. So it is creating, basically I think it is creating the workflow here, workflow model. And so in our use case, we wanted to create the the package, workflow package programmatically. So what we need to do, we just create a workflow model with the help of workflow session. As everybody knows, like we can initiate another workflow with the using of the workflow session. You just have to provide the proper data. So and here see, Adobe has already written like what you need to do. Okay, and then you just do this, and this will execute a new workflow. The second part is like how you will create the workflow package. To create the workflow package, participant. Okay, so I think I was searching on the different so this one, it was package servlet, not the instance servlet. Instance servlet, basically it will create the workflow instance. So because we are using this selector here, the selector package, so here this one is the selector package, and here see how it is working. So this dot package builder set workflow packages path. So this package builder, we need to check like where this is package builder is. So here it is creating a private workflow package builder. Okay, so where this workflow package builder is, we can search request to payload mapper. So workflow package, console workflow package, Adobe Pomegranate console workflow package. Okay, so we'll go there. Okay, sorry, I went too far. Workflow package and workflow package builder. So this class, basically it is not exposed, so we can't use it, okay, directly. So what you can do, you can basically copy this class into your utility method and make it as a service, and it will do the same. Because see, if you go to any workflow package, what it happens, where it is workflow package, yep. So in this workflow package, there is a JCR content, wall definition, filter, resource, and the properties of that. So if you see here in this, it is also doing the same thing. Like they are creating a resource resolver, they are mapping properties, they are creating that specific JCR title, created by content and everything. Okay, so you don't have to work this much. You just create this and see wall definition filter. You just copy this whole method. Okay, and it should not get any kind of external imports that you want. So because everything is org Apache or Java util. Okay, so this you can copy this whole class into your utility folder, make it as a service, and use this package builder, and it will give you that package. Okay, create resource, and it will create a resource of this specific path, and you can use this path as a payload of your workflow. So in this way you can create your workflows programmatically as well as packages. Okay, so keep an eye of all these kind of APIs. So how I found this APIs? So what I was doing, like whenever I try to find like how this is working, so just go to the network console and do that activity and see like what is happening behind the scene. So for example, for this workflow I will show you guys. So we retail experience, let's create a workflow for this. So in the network, in the filter all, okay, I will do, because I need to create the package, otherwise I will not able to. Next test BTC. It is not British broadcast, it is bluebookcode. Test hyphen C package. Then so you can see here there is a one request called instance.package. Okay, so basically AEM is calling this specific thing to create that workflow and to basically to initiate the package also. Okay, so like this you can also find like anything, and you can do a reverse engineering, find that what is the class behind it, and basically check what is happening behind the scenes, and you can re-engineer this specific any kind of functionalities of AEM, because everything is Java code only, so we can do that, right? So yep, so that's all for today's video. I think if you like this video, so please do like it and share your valuable comments. If you find any kind of these APIs, please let me know, and thank you. Bye.